Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Mother with Wisdom, Valerie Ames Middlebrook. Today is Easter Sunday, as it is celebrated around the world in man's calendar. For me, it is a day of memorial resurrection of the Christ. And I want to just do a couple of cards just to put forth a certain type of energy that I believe needs to be added into the mix. So put it that way. The cards were shuffled. They were selected randomly. And here we go, beloveds. The first card that came through was the Five of Pipes. Again, the Five of Pipes. It's a very beautiful card. The colors are very interesting to me. The kingdom within a kingdom within a kingdom within a kingdom, so to speak, with the trees, the branches, the roots, the understanding of the spine, the connection to all. It's kind of here with the antlers, the arms, the pipes. Like I said, it's a very full expression, and we're dealing with the number 5. So let's get into it. 5, allure through opposites. Through opposition, sorry. Allure through opposition. Prayer. It is time now to go out into the world and share my dream, to give myself to my people. I know this is a challenging time when my life could be altered by the will of others. My ideas will be up for scrutiny by those I want to please. So, Great Spirit, I accept the courage to face the world with that which you have given me. I accept the wisdom to know how to expose your divine nature within me to those who have eyes to see. I am strong in my commitment that the essence of my vision will remain true to that which you have inspired me to do. I will lure the world to its divinity by the nature of love you have given me. I will call the wild unknown, the strength and beauty ever present within me. Your breath, your life, your will pass through me, and I will be at my best. Lesson. Your vision has brought a portion of your dream to you, but not all forces are yet aligned with your dream. Your own mind may wander from your vision. You may have friends or relatives who disapprove. The world may not currently accept what you have to offer. It is time to face these things and lure the universe to accommodate you. Holding the highest good that you can imagine in mind, begin to enter the unknown. Whether you are engaged in a hunt in the primeval forest or entering into a new marriage or a new career, you are stepping alone into a force field much larger than yourself. You are seeking only one prize, the cherished central key to your dream. Perhaps it is a person's ongoing love, maybe a position where your creative works will be recognized and encouraged, or an inner step of development that you have been longing to achieve. In any case, you must use your personal talents to guide the dearly desired toward you. Your fears will rise up. Your expectations that others should already be attuned to your needs will be confronted. You are alone and small in a field of seeming opposition. It is time to go with your gifts, pull out your talents, and use them. However meager you may think them to be, this is what the universe is asking of you now. Trust the higher self. Pull out the pipes and blow your life's breath into them. Give it your all. This is the ego's battle to transcend its boundaries. It is a time of interpersonal breakthrough and growth. You are coming to terms with life around you. This is creative conflict or the therapy stage of relationship, a cleansing intensive. All of your energy is called forth to empower you. Play for all your worth. Your higher self is being pulled through, and the world will respond. Remember, attachment to ego is not just self-centeredness, but can be a stubborn holding on to the old and less creative self. Free those ego boundaries. Soar beyond old limitations. There are wonderful things you wish to do. Take this chance. And that is that card. And I'm going to show it again, beloveds, because it is a very beautiful and powerful card. And it blends in so well with my shirt today. That's wild to me. And I love this because you can't differentiate the roots from the branches. And you have the circle and the center. And you have the trees within and the trees without. And like I said, there's a lot there. And it's all attached. And you have the deer over here watching her play the pipes. So it's a very deep, very interesting card. The other three cards that I pulled, four of the four cards that I pulled, come from the Journey of Love deck. And this card is number 29, and it is Spiral Dance of the Goddess. This is a very appropriate card for resurrection in spring. Just the colors here alone, it's very powerful, beloveds. It's like a birth canal in the womb, almost. It's very powerful. Again, it's number 29. 2 and 9 is an 11. 11 is a 2. 11 is also a master number. So there's very powerful meaning in the number of this card, the numbering of this card. And this is what the card represents. Spiral Dance of the Goddess. From a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art, a speck of heavenly presence, manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space, and into a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing to unknowing, you are weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life, threading the light through the darkness, without even realize you are doing so. You are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. Your body and your life become luminous, radiant, and you assist others even just through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is. Yet it is not always an easy path. As the light travails through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. Best to be present to it. Trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outward externally as though you are being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle is The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You are bringing more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you are bringing through the light. If there was nothing happening, there would be no obstacle. Bless them as signs that you are proceeding and empower them no more. You shall be. All else is just divine timing. The inner movement, in expressive flow, an outward breath of dance and light, becoming one, becoming free. And that is that card, beloveds. And the next card is number 67, and it's entitled The Swan. 67, and that is a 13, which is also a 4, beloveds. And so there is a lot with spiritual numbers in these cards that are coming forth. Again, this is 67 and the swan. Look at that, how beautifully expressive. Gliding with grace, nothing is withheld from this beautiful soul. It can discern what is genuine, authentic, loving, and what is from the ego parading. Even through the most expressive words or gestures, this soul can sense the hiding, the holding within of a core of fearful separation from the divine. With a grace, it allows all to be and moves amongst this world with inspiring light and grace. Parahamsa, great swan, the soul that moves the souls of others, is reaching to you now. The guru, the teacher, the light, the love that is all. You are blessed by sacred divine relationship with the essence of love itself that adores you and wants only for you to be free. This oracle reaches to you now, indicating that you are held within the grace of great soul, a teacher of the heart, of the spirit, and there is endless light bestowed upon you for protection. Your path ahead is assured. Soon you will be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitability, and your attainment of the spiritual goals closest to your heart be with your practice of love. Through meditation, yoga, kindness, nature, dance, singing, whatever speaks to your heart, and know you are one with the divine, and it's only a matter of time before you realize it. To love from afar, all we share are dreams of what will unfold. That is that card, beloveds. And we have just 2 more cards, so bear with me. The next card is Her Grace. Her grace, it's number 17. And number 17, that is an 8 when you add the 1 and the 7. 17, her grace. Her grace. This speaks to me of fluid consciousness, moonlight consciousness, emotional consciousness, going through the layers and the depths of them, submerging, emerging, re-emerging, and plunging deeply. Her grace. The goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, within a sensual deepening of relationship with your own body, or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim and to collect shells, and lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She is calling to you from the ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She is coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessing into your life, who is trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body, if you are female, or your own feminine, if you are male. It may be a spiritual or a physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you are growing. You are entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. I was born long before our time, and yet my time with you is something new. For you awaken in me a spirit that was longing for release, waiting for your touch. I thought I was safe to stay inside the boundaries and walls I carried with me. You touched all of me. You touched all of me. And we walked outside the lines together. How deep and brilliant and beautiful is that? Her grace. And the last card, beloveds, is number 70, which is a 7. And the card is entitled Heaven. How brilliantly powerful is that? Especially speaking of a resurrection and ascending. 70. The 70 is the last card of the deck, beloved. So, very powerful. Heaven. You are meant to live in heaven. You are meant to live heaven. Now, not later. Sometimes after you die, what use is this life? What use is this life and body if not to live heaven now? Look for the mad divine genius in all that is, especially the puzzling parts of your life that make you scratch your head or tear at your hair and scrunch up your face and scream with frustration. Those are the places in which the divine is saying, here, heaven is hiding. Let's unveil it together. Let me show you. Let me unveil your own mad divine genius right here. Look for heaven, even in hiding. It will not withhold itself from you for long, beloved. It wants to be known by you. This oracle brings you a special message. The enlightener is calling you to more divinity, more love, more acceptance, more embrace of life itself. There is no limit in what is being offered to you from the divine lover, calling you to the beloved. Rejoice and know that the dance of love between you and the divine is removing veils of illusion, one at a time, until you behold each other, naked and true, finally to discover you are each other, you are love. The sky ablaze with morning light, on silver wings of birds in flight, in gratitude a tear released, a knowingness embraced at peace. She speaks to those that gaze below, ancestral wings which call my soul to open hearts and soar above. In all the winds await this love. And I must show this picture, this image. The air, the waiting, the merging, the emerging, the attracting, the dance, the rhythm, the heaven, all the cards are here in this picture. Above and below, touching, naked, receiving, giving, accepting. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. The dressing and the undressing of light. And knowing that that light is itself unconditional love. And that is what touches. That is what must be touched. That is what must be reached. That is what must be allowed to spring forth. To resurrect. Okay, beloveds, that is a very deep reading from the cards. And again, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to listen. And I hope today has been a day of peace and joy for you. And if not, I hope you can meditate on it and find the stillness within that does exist. And in that stillness, find a place to rest and relax and just relate to being itself, not doing, not having to do, but just being and just receiving the grace itself, and allowing that grace to move. Even though at first it may appear like an ugly duckling, understand it is the beautiful swan. And that when you truly allow the blending and the twining of the light and the dark, when you understand that ebb and flow and that balance, you create your own heaven in the now, in the moment, whatever that moment is. You find your peace in it. And in that peace, you are grounded and you are centered in the roots of it. And the word that keeps coming forth is in the divinity of it, as a divine being, as grace itself, as a child of grace. Understand that grace is always there to nourish you, but you have to reach out. You have to, I need grace. You have to ask. You have to humble yourself enough. You have to humble yourself enough where you know where your healing comes from. It comes from the divine love of the Great Mother, the Holy Spirit itself. And you have to allow that to align with your own. And that's the humbleness that takes place. The Holy Spirit is very humble, very beautiful. It's wisdom itself, but it is very humble. And so that is going to do it for today's show, beloveds. Thank you so much, and I send out love to everyone. I spent today with my family that's here with me in Wisconsin, and I have yet to reach out to my other family that is abroad. And so that is what I'm getting ready to do. There's a Mercury retrograde in effect. There's a lot of cosmic shifts happening. There's a lot of climate changes happening in both the atmosphere of the earth, above the earth, and around the earth. Okay? And this is bringing about dynamic changes. Okay? And one of those changes is for me, being sensitive the way I am, is experiencing it almost like a seasickness, sort of. That's really the vertigo, the seasickness. That is really what it is feeling like. And I'm having to be very careful. I'm having to stay hydrated and just remain calm, because I know that to allow worry or to flare up in any way will actually cause whatever this is to turn into an illness. And I don't want to experience it as illness. So I'm not connecting with it in that manner. I'm observing it, but I'm observing it from the standpoint of this is a lot of solar changes that are happening that is impacting the physical sun. So it's impacting my physical body as well. And it's just a lot. And I think a lot of people are experiencing what I call this topsy-turvy kind of feeling. Everything getting like a snow globe being turned upside down or shooken up. And you're just waiting for everything to settle again. So there's a lot going on right now Beloveds, pay attention to the cycles and seasons that are at hand. Pay attention to the traditions of the ancient traditions of these cycles and seasons, and correlate them to what's happening in the now moments. Okay? And that's going to do it, beloveds. That is going to do it. Namaste. Again, this is Mother with Wisdom, and have a holy day today. Thank you.